Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Impact Marketing Summit. I brought together some of the world's top marketing experts to share with you their new age marketing strategies and techniques that will literally change the way you perceive and implement marketing in your business. My name is Vamsi Pannala, and right now I'm delighted to be speaking with Shweta Dawar. Shweta is a marketing technology expert and digital marketing educator. She's passionate about helping entrepreneurs make the most of their time by leveraging systems and technology to automate their business so that they can spend less time doing more and building better. She's a ManyChat certified messenger marketing expert and agency partner and loves using chat marketing for better engagement and connection. Shweta, welcome to the summit.
Thank you so much for having me here. I am really excited to share all my knowledge around chat marketing and really clear any doubt that people have about what chat marketing is and whether or not they should be using it in their business.
Wonderful.
So I'll just go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome. So in today's session, we are going to talk about how chat marketing can help skyrocket engagement and sales. I'm going to also give you some personal examples about how I have used chat marketing in my personal business and how some of my clients have used it in their business to kind of, really increase engagement, and more engagement results in more sales. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started because Vamsi already introduced me. So that's it. Let's get into it. So the first question that I want to answer is, what exactly is chat marketing? Now, a lot of people find chat marketing really confusing. Like, what is it? Is it Messenger? Is it SMS? What exactly is it, right? So let's clear all doubt here. First of all, chat marketing, it's also known as conversational marketing, which is basically using chat platforms to connect with your audience. Now, chat platforms could be Messenger, it could be SMS, it could be WhatsApp, it could be anything, any platform where you can connect with your customers in a one-to-one conversation, like you're having a chat with them. And the reason why a lot of businesses are moving to chat marketing as a multi-channel approach, because of course, I'm not going to say here that email is dead and, email doesn't work and all that, because that's not true. Email is great and it's a great option to have in your business. And of course, if you're at the very beginning of your business, I would 100% tell you to go ahead and implement email over chat marketing. But once you're past a certain point, you need to start including multi-channel marketing, because of course people don't open emails, right? Like the email open rate on an average is between 20 to 30%, which is very low. And that's where chat marketing comes in, because you get to have direct, very personalized conversations with your audience. So it's almost like having a chat with them, and it is automated in a way that you can customize your messages, because that's how technology is evolving. You can really set up chat in a way that if they choose a particular option, you're giving them a very customized solution to their problem. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, chat marketing helps you connect with your customers at every stage of the purchasing journey. So someone could enter your messenger bot when they're just getting to know you through a lead magnet or a video they watched, or maybe they're in your Facebook group. And then you can take them through a nurture sequence very similar to email, where you're, well, it's better than email because you can ask them questions and be very interactive instead of just like a one-way communication. So email is more like a one-way communication where you just send an email and you might ask them to respond, but not everyone responds. Like if I ask someone to respond over email, hit reply and let me know, maybe like 1% or 0.5% of people will respond. But with chat, you can actually keep asking them questions, and once they respond, you can ask them another question and just give them options in the form of buttons to respond. Yes. This way, it's helping your audience to engage with you very early in their journey with your brand. And it is giving you an opportunity to understand your audience better, because when they click on specific buttons, you know that that's what they're interested in. So for example, if I'm a digital marketer and I have a free course around digital marketing. And then when someone gets on my bot, I could ask them very specific questions around whether they're interested in paid advertisements or whether they're interested in sales funnels.
Yeah.
And then depending on their responses, I could customize my response or my solution for them.
Right.
So that's another big thing. And the other thing is, since it's automated, you can actually be there for your audience 24/7, right? You can have an FAQ bot set up. You can have like an assistant bot set up, which is really helpful when, you know, someone lands on your sales page and they want to buy your offer, but they're not 100% sure. So instead of them going to your competitor and, you know, giving them the sale, if you have something set up in the form of how can I help you, answering common questions, and even customizing it even further, you're not losing out on that sale. Yeah. So that's kind of the basis of why we use chat marketing. And I get a lot of questions around whether chat marketing is spam. And that's why I've shared this slide. I don't know if it's visible. I can actually zoom it. So this is a screenshot I took directly from ManyChat's community, because with Facebook, you know, really coming down on spammers and fake news, they've been banning a lot of stuff. So people were like just scared about using a third-party platform on Facebook to kind of connect with their audience. But Facebook here clearly mentions that they're excited by the innovation driven by ManyChat and its community and look forward to the continued partnership. And I was in Austin last year as part of ManyChat's conference. And they had people from Facebook, like Facebook is partnering with ManyChat, because ManyChat is one of those platforms, you know, that have come out on the top when it comes to Messenger and now chat marketing. So Facebook is partnering because Facebook, you know, any update that you come across with Facebook in the recent times, something has to do with Messenger. It's their, maybe their a recent update about they opening up like a Zoom sort of platform that's driven by Messenger, or, you know, anything. So Facebook said that they wanted to combine Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram DMs in a way where, you know, communication could be multi-channel. And if that's coming in the future, that means Messenger is going to be huge. So they have to work with a platform that is in the forefront of all of these innovations. And that's why they are very closely working with ManyChat. The other thing that I want to mention before we move ahead is Facebook is coming out with new rules for Messenger all the time. Currently, they have something in place where you can't really, send a message to someone outside a 24-hour window, except by asking for their permission using tags, right? Now, the reason why they're doing this is, first of all, Messenger is a very new platform in terms of messenger marketing, right? It started in early 2017. It's just like 4 years or even 3 years since they started. So of course they are innovating, they are trying out different things on their end. That means you are still at a very beginning phase. And if you, get into chat marketing now for your business, you're still going to be in those, group of people who take early advantage of the platform. And the other thing is, a lot of people have misused the platform. It's true. Like even big influencers have gone ahead and, they just blast out a broadcast to everyone on their list, which is not how the platform is supposed to be used. And that's why Facebook is coming up with these updates. But if you are an authentic marketer, if you're someone who's looking to use this platform in a very authentic way, it's actually good news, because this means that the number of spam over Messenger is going to reduce. So people who use it in the right way are going to be able to use it even better, because now people know that, they can't be spammed over Messenger. So that means if businesses are using it, it's going to be used in the right way. So that's another reason why you shouldn't be bogged down by all the updates that Facebook throws out there. It's actually for the benefit of the entire community, everyone who's using this platform for their business. So I already spoke a lot about why chat marketing, but let me give you some more pointers. So first of all, really high open rates. Like you can go to your phone, like half of us have like 1 million unread emails, right? I mean, I generally don't open emails too much just because there's so much happening in the day. I think email takes a lot of time. But if someone messages on Messenger, I'm on Messenger all the time. If I have my Facebook open on my desktop, Messenger is going to pop up, right? So that's one of the reasons why Messenger has high open rates. And it's the same thing with text messaging. You're much more likely to see a text on your phone than open the email app on your phone and check an email. The second thing is high engagement rates. Again, the same thing. If someone's asking me a question on Messenger, like it's a very informal, short conversation where they're giving me options to choose from, I would just go ahead and click a button. I mean, I just have to click a button, right? So I'm going to engage with that conversation, but I might not, go and respond over email and be like, hey, this is what I need help with. So it's just like I already mentioned, with chat, it's a very two-way conversation, which is something that's kind of needed in today's online space, because everyone sends emails. You probably get like hundreds of emails every day. But if you get a chance to have a conversation with your favorite influencer's Facebook page, even when and you should know that it's not the influencer talking to you, it's their bot, but still, if it's there to help you, you might go ahead and engage with it, right?
Yeah.
The third thing is building conversations. Again, same thing. It's a two-way approach. Yeah. You're trying to have a conversation, and you can make the tone as you want, right? You can make it sound like you can make it sound fun. You can make it sound sarcastic. Like, I always build Messenger bots with a personality, because first of all, I want to make sure that the person on the other end knows that they're talking to a bot and they're not really talking to me. So I would give my bot a name. And the second thing is, since you're also building conversations, and that brings me to the next point, it's a very permission-based marketing approach, which is kind of the right approach when you're using chat marketing and don't want to spam. So give them an easy option to unsubscribe. It's very easy to unsubscribe from a bot, and even from text marketing. Most people just don't know how. Like, you just have to type stop. That's it. Yeah. But most people forget to convey that. And that's what brings me to a permission-based marketing approach, because people receive so many messages, so much content on social media, on emails, all through the day. And if you're here, if you're asking them if they would like to receive something, instead of just like blasting out messages to them, they're going to be much more likely to, connect with you, because they're like, okay, this person's not really just sending me a random message. They're actually asking me whether I'm interested in this thing.
Absolutely.
And permission-based marketing also helps you pre-qualify your audience, because if someone says yes, they want to receive content from you, when you gave them an option, that means they are much more qualified to become your student or client or customer in the future, right? So that's another great way to kind of figure out who you should be contacting, because you already know, okay, this person said yes, they want to get content from me. That means they really like me and they probably want to work with me in the future. So even when I'll give you an example. So I had a Facebook group which was around digital marketing, and then I got into affiliate marketing and I wanted to create a new group. So instead of sending like a broadcast to my Messenger bot list saying, hey, I'm starting an affiliate marketing group, join here, what I did was I sent out a question saying, hey, I'm getting into affiliate marketing and I'm sharing my journey. Is this something you would be interested in? Okay. And if people said yes, then I'm like, okay, here's the link. If they said no, I'll say, okay, no problem, whatever. Like, I'm giving them an option. I'm just not like, okay, join my group. It's like, people add you on Facebook and they're like, hey, like my page. It's almost like that, which is like spammy. So permission-based marketing, and if you're using it in the right way, is a great way to not only help you understand your audience better, but also help you pre-qualify your audience.
Yeah.
And now we come to the next question, which many people ask is, do I need chat marketing? Yeah. So I've worked with clients since 2017 with chat marketing, messenger marketing. And initially, someone would hire me and then we would be like, okay, where can messenger marketing or chat marketing fit in your business, right? And over the years, as I've worked with clients, I've realized that the best way to start in terms of including chat marketing or messenger marketing in your business is included in what's already working, right? So if webinars are working for you, you include it in that. If Facebook group is working for you, you include it in that. And I'll give you a short framework of how I built it out. But yes, if you are an online business, if you want to build a business that's based on relationships and a non-spammy approach, you need chat marketing because content is king, but engagement is queen, and she rules the house. And this quote is by Marie Smith, and she says that in all of many chat conferences, because the truth is, no matter how much content you put out there, videos, text-based, email, if people are not engaging with that content, it's not going to give you the return on your time investment in creating that content. And the best way to get engagement is to use a two-way approach to communication, and chat is the best way to get started because it's easy, it's automated, it's fun, and it really takes away the pressure from you that you have to keep doing something all the time. You can completely automate it, right? And then you can keep optimizing it based on the results you're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about how to get started with chat marketing in your current business. So I've developed this framework. It's called the core framework. So there are 4 things that you can start doing. The first thing is using it for connection or customization.
Okay.
So let me give you an example. So the easiest way to start with this is, if you have a sales page, create a live chat option on your sales page using ManyChat. It just takes 10 minutes to set it up.
Okay.
And the way it works is, it's like you can use other tools as well, but ManyChat is the easiest. And also, you can start with a live chat option for free. You don't have to pay for the paid version of ManyChat to use this feature. So It's going to be a live chat option where on the right bottom, it's going to say, what can I help you with? Yeah. When people click on that, you can either have an FAQ set up, very detailed answers, or you can also have it in a way. So if you're selling a high ticket offer, for example, where people might want to get on a call with you or ask you questions or personally speak with you, you could set it up in such a way where, you could be like, type your question below. And once someone types the question, you can set it up on ManyChat in a way that you are notified over Messenger or email. So you can just go there and manually respond to someone or connect with them over DMs or however you do business, right? If it's, of course, if you have less number of people in your audience and you're still in that stage of business, you can totally, take it over your personal messenger and have conversations. If you have a big company, you can have your sales representative take over that conversation.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to add, chat marketing right up front without going too much into detail. The second thing is, if you're a blogger, if you have a website, you could use you have all these opt-in monster kind of platforms where you can, create those opt-in forms. Similarly, ManyChat has a lot of growth tools, which are like, you can have a top bar or you can have a pop-up on the side where you can customize your lead magnet option according to the blog post. Okay. So if your blog post is on Facebook ads, your lead magnet could be something around Facebook ads. So that's another easy way to start implementing messenger and chat marketing in your business.
Sure.
And the third thing, which I kind of, tell everyone to implement, is very simple. When you have a lead generation funnel with a landing page and a thank you page to, build your email list and get people into your audience, on the landing page, you're getting their email address. Then on the thank you page, you can give them an additional incentive to get them on Messenger.
Yeah.
So for example, same thing, if you're giving a Facebook ad guide on your landing page for their email, on the thank you page, you could be like, you could get this, 20 minutes case study or video training if you join through Messenger. And of course, on the back end, when you're doing all these things, you want to make sure you have a short nurture sequence where you're asking for their permission to message them. And then, similar to email, having those conversations. And over chat, it's easier to, especially for low cost offers, it's easier for you to sell almost immediately because you're having that conversation, they're responding to your questions. And once you've had those conversations 4 to 5 times back and forth, you could be like, hey, I have this low cost product. It's probably, best for where you are in business right now. So if you would like to check it out, you can, check it out here. So that's another way to kind of drive people to Messenger, take them through a nurture sequence of back and forth conversations, and then sell a low cost product.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is onboarding. And so a lot of people miss talking about the post-sales support aspect of a business. Like everyone wants to get new leads, new clients, new customers, but no one really wants to talk about the delivery aspect, right? Because once you get a customer, once you get a student, you also have to deliver on your promise, but deliver in such a way that people start referring you, right? That's another great way to make more sales. Like I get most of my clients through referrals at this point. So I know that serving to the best and, making sure it's a very smooth process can really help not only get like a really good feedback from your client about how you're doing, but also they are going to go ahead and refer you because you have such a smooth process of working. So when you're onboarding new clients, you could totally use Messenger and remove everything else, right? So ManyChat ties up with a lot of platforms through Zapier. So even with Acuity scheduling, if you're looking to get people to book a call with you, you could ask them few questions in Messenger, pre-qualify them. And if they don't respond according to like your needs, for example, if you think based on their answers, they're not a good fit for you, depending on, for example, if my package is started $5,000 and I'm and someone wants to get on a call with me and I tell them that my packages start at 5,000, are they ready to invest that much? If they say no, I could, automate this response that, hey, right now I only work with people at that price point. If you're interested in getting a DIY option, here's my code, right? Check it out. But if they say yes, I could just send them to an Acuity link. So the pre-qualification is there. And then once someone signs up as a client, I could put them on a ManyChat sequence instead of sending them emails and, welcoming them and all of that. It could all be through Messenger, right? And the same thing is for onboarding new students for courses and memberships. I see like most course creators struggle with course completion rates, and most memberships struggle with people leaving too early, right? Just because they've not been able to connect properly, they don't really know how to use the material, or they've just totally forgotten about it. So in those cases, Messenger is a great way to take them through like a welcome sequence, give them the different, you could post in the Facebook group, you could do this quiz, you have these options to go through, and being almost like an accountability bot and checking in weekly. And all of this is automated. So you're not actually going in and creating something, but you could check in weekly saying, hey, module 3 is out. Do you want to check it out? And then for memberships, it could be, hey, we're having a live Q&A session. Join us, right? So all of this can be done through Messenger. And these are the messages that people open. And also, since they're already your paid students or customers, you can ask them, right? I'm going to share messages over Messenger as accountability. Do you want to receive them? Most of them will say yes, because they paid you. So they want to make the most out of it. So another great way and the other thing is, I haven't seen anyone use this, but if you're a coach and if you have high ticket clients, you could totally use SMS marketing for accountability. Like getting a message from your coach on your phone asking, how you're doing and do you need help with something, that's a very customized, personalized approach, which could really help build that connection and relationship between a coach and a client, right? So that's another great way to use messenger or chat marketing, text marketing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The third big thing is reminders, and I've helped a lot of clients with setting up reminder messages for webinars and challenges. And we've seen some great results because the one thing that you can do over Messenger, for example, if I'm going live with my webinar in the next 15 minutes and I send a message to everyone who's registered saying, we're going live in the next 15 minutes, and then we can also give them an option where they can choose to watch the replay.
Yeah.
So I give them two buttons, join now or watch the replay. And a lot of people might click on watch the replay, which is great because now you know exactly who to send a replay message to.
Yeah.
And then, 2 hours later, you could be like, hey, you asked for the replay, so here's the replay. And then follow up with them again after 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, right? So reminders over Messenger, and I think a lot of people running webinars use this because it is beneficial and it is helpful for you as well as people who want to get on your webinar. Because what happens is you might see an ad and you might register for your webinar, but then you'd be like, you forget about it, you forgot to open your email, and you don't know, but you want to attend that webinar. So this is a great way to help those kind of people who actually want to get there, but just forget about it.
Sure.
And similarly with Facebook Lives, if you're someone who does Facebook Lives every week, this is a great way to, have people on your list where you're like, hey, I do Facebook Lives every week. Is that something you'd be interested in? If yes, I'll send you reminders, and then send reminders to those people. Those people are your pre-qualified audience. The next time you're coming out with an offer, those are the people you would connect with first, right? And the last thing in terms of the core framework is measured engagement. And I've personally used this in my business when I had a small community and I was launching. So what you can do in ManyChat is you can do lead scoring, which is very similar to lead scoring in any email platform, which is basically if someone clicks on a button, you can give them a score of 1. If someone replies to your message, you can give them a score of 2, right? So those scores kind of build up. So what I did was, and this example will help you understand how this is helpful. Yeah. I ran a challenge, or I ran a free challenge in my Facebook group, and everyone registered for the challenge through the bot. There was no landing page. It was entirely a bot funnel. And every day, I sent out reminders for watching videos, and then I sent out follow-up reminders about the homework and stuff like that. And people who clicked on those videos and then homework and, basically interacted with my bot, I gave them a score based on the type of interaction. At the end of the 5 days, and since I had a small community, I could, keep checking my bot for, who is engaged and who is not. So there were around like 15 to 20 people who were really engaged and had high lead scores. Yeah. And I kind of saw those people and I connected with them personally. And I was like, hey, I saw that you were totally engaged with the challenge. This is the program that I'm launching, which is going to go deeper into this thing that we did in the challenge. And, is this something you're interested in? And I actually actually sold out my program. Like I needed 10 people. I got 10 people. But it was a really easy way for someone like me who did not have too much time in the day to kind of keep, going back and forth with people. And also I did not have a huge community. So this was a great way for me to identify the most engaged people in my audience and then connect with them personally and then go ahead and sell them.
Great.
The other quick example, I know we're running out of time, but the other quick example that I'd like to give is you can totally, if you're new in the space, you can totally do a minimal launch using a messenger funnel, create a landing page in ManyChat, create a thank you page in ManyChat, use a ManyChat messages to either take them to a webinar or run a challenge. and then just talk about your offer in a video and share that video with them.
Sure.
Easiest way to like connect with your audience on a more personal level, but also, validate your offer. So I have done it multiple times for different offers, and it's worked always. Like, it's a great way to validate your offer quickly and for free. So yeah, this is basically the last slide. If you're wondering what tools to use for chat marketing for Messenger, there's ManyChat. There's also Cypherbot, which is an India-based startup, and I'm really liking how they're doing it. They're a good competitor to ManyChat, I feel, and they're growing. They've grown a lot in the last 1 year. For SMS, ManyChat has SMS, but it's only for US and Canada at the moment. They are looking at other countries, and they're expanding. It's going to take some time because it's SMS, but they are expanding. And then there's easy texting, which is something a lot of big names use. And then, of course, there's WhatsApp for Business. Facebook hasn't yet made that connection of Messenger with WhatsApp, but it's coming soon. And if you want to use WhatsApp for Business right now, Twilio is a great place to get the WhatsApp API. Right. So that's basically it. I think I spoke a lot. So if you have I forgot about this, but this is another tool that you can check out. This is Pat Flynn's website. And this tool right here on the bottom right is called Write Message, which is basically asking you questions based on your answers. It's responding in a very customized and personalized way. Okay. So if you tell this bot of sorts that you're just getting started, Pat Flynn is going to show you his affiliate marketing course. If you say that you're interested in podcasting, he's going to show you his podcasting course. So this is another great tool if you want to customize your website and if you're a blogger.
Wonderful.
That's about it. And this is basically where you can connect with me if you have questions, which you might because I spoke so much. But you can definitely take my free messenger marketing training course, which is at bots.shwetadawar.com. And then you can connect with me on other social media platforms.
Sure. So Shweta, I have a couple of questions. So basically, there is a lot happening in the chatbot world. People talking about Facebook banning it, and you will not be able to use it anymore. But so, what are the myths that you get to hear a lot, and which are not really true in nature? If you could just throw some light on that as a chatbot expert.
So one of the biggest thing, like you said, because currently Facebook is banning a lot of things on Facebook platform. So people think that, Messenger is spammy and chatbots are spammy. So Facebook might just like ban them. But the truth is, if you don't use them according to Facebook's guidelines, Facebook hasn't even banned people who are not using them according to Facebook's guidelines, but that's probably coming. And that's why you want to make sure that when you're starting to use Messenger in your business, you know exactly what you're doing, right? Yeah. So if you Google Facebook Messenger platform policies, you'll find an article, which is like a Facebook article. And that's kind of the most authentic place to get that information, because people will say all sort of things because not everyone understands what's going on. Plus, things are changing very fast. So make sure you're always going to Facebook's guidelines and figuring out, whether what you're doing is right or not. Again, they want it to be a very permission-based marketing approach because they've seen a lot of people spamming. And once, someone spams too much, they can actually, if you're spamming too much as a Facebook page, your audience could actually, really click on this button where they tell Facebook that your page is a spam. And that would lead to Facebook banning your page, nothing else. But if you're within the guidelines, if you're making sure that you're giving your audience an option to unsubscribe when they want, if you're making sure you're asking the right questions and, taking their permission before actually messaging something, it's the best way to go about it. And if you're asking the right questions and your audience is like, no, we're not interested, that means that person's not interested in what you're offering. So you not even be paying ManyChat to have that person as your subscriber, right? That's like basic business. So it really helps to kind of weed out people who are not really your target audience, but also have people on your list who are your audience and would like to buy from you. So of course, if you're going to spam, you're like likely to be banned, maybe not, but likely to be banned. So best is to look at the guidelines and then build out your entire campaign on Messenger.
Great answer there, Shweta. Thank you so much for that detailed explanation. Chat marketing is probably one of the unique topics on the summit. I think you're the only one who is going to talk about that. So I'm sure audience who are currently watching it right now will get a lot of value from what you just spoke. And I didn't think that you went overboard. I think everything that you wanted to keep people updated about what's happening in the chat world. I think it's something that you have very clearly defined and elaborated on some of the topics that people should know about. So I really appreciate your time for coming on the summit, and look forward to a lot of sessions like this in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And you clearly saw that I love talking about chat marketing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to answer them. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Pleasure. Same here.
Hey.